Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Keith and I'm sure glad you stopped by today. In today's video, we're going to discuss how to find a leak in your tire and how you can plug it using a plug kit. Stay tuned. Well, I came out to my garage today and this is what I saw. Obviously that tire is flat, so we've got to figure out where this leak is coming from so we can fix it. So next step, let's get the car jacked up and securely lifted so we can pull this tire off. So since we'll be jacking up the back of the vehicle, let's go ahead and put our wheel chocks on our front tires like so. That is the passenger side. Now let's move on to the driver's side. This is the driver's side. So we've got both of our wheel chocks in place. Let's move on to the next step. So we're underneath the vehicle now, and what you'll find on a lot of vehicles is that they will have a cutout with the arrow on where they suggest to position your jack when you want to jack up this vehicle. And for us, it's going to be right here. Anywhere on this frame, though, would be good. You want to make sure you're jacking on solid metal and not simply going through the floor on the floor plan. So let's put our jack right here where this arrow is. We'll be back. So now we've got our tire jacked up in the air. Got our tire in the air. Now let's go ahead and put a jack stand in here too, just to be safe. So now you see we've got our vehicle jacked in the air with our hydraulic jack, and we've come along and put a jack stand in here just to be safe. The jack stand is carrying the weight, and we're going to leave our hydraulic jack here just for safety purposes. Let's move on to the next step. Now we're going to use our impact wrench. Get this tire off. Get this cap off here. Yep. Got our hubcap removed. Now I'm going to take my impact. Got a 21mm. Take my impact. Let's buzz these off of here. Now we're going to add some air to the tire. Not putting a whole lot in here. Just enough so when we spray it down with soap, we can figure out where this leak is coming from. So that should be enough there. Now let's get our soap, and I'm going to start off and spray that area that we were suspecting right there. And let's take a look. Oh, and that is it. So that quick visual inspection helped us isolate what the issue is, and you see that bubbling there, and that's a telltale sign that that's where our leak is coming from. So I'm going to spray the rest of this tire over just to make sure we don't have multiple leaks, and we'll be right back. So now I'm just going to spray it over in other areas just to see, do we have anything else going. Spraying a tread over. Do we have multiple leaks? Don't see any there. If y'all see something, y'all let me know. If you see a leak, just holler. Spraying it over. All right, we're back. And we know our leak is going to be right there. So what's good to do? So now, looks like we have a piece of metal stuck in here. We've got to get some tools to get this piece out, get this metal bit out, and we'll be right back. So I have some tools at the toolbox here that we can try to get this out with. Got a screwdriver. I've got multiple screwdrivers here. I've got some picks, and then I've got a pair of needle nose, and hopefully we can get into that and pull it out. So let's start off with our pick. See if we can come on the outside of it and get it going. So got my pick going here. Get on the outside of this thing. There we go. So using my pick, I was able to get under it, and you can see that's really, it's a piece of metal. You see that? There's our culprit right here, and these are our 90-degree pick. We were able to get up under it, like so. Can you hear that? That air's really trying to come out now. So let's go ahead and just pull it on out of there. That's it. So this is our culprit. That's what caused the issue. I'm going to go ahead and leave this screwdriver in here just to mark the spot so we don't lose it. Now let's go get our tire plug kit. So here's the tire plug kit we'll be using. There are a number of these on the market. If you need one, I'll leave some links down below to this one or something comparable to it, but they all work with the same principles. So let's talk about what's going to come in our kit. We have multiple plugs. They're going to be of different sizes and diameter. See that these are longer, but they're not as wide. These are going to be short, but they're wide. We also have this tool here. This is going to help us clean out this hole here and roughen it up so that the insert will adhere well to the surface. And this is just the tool we're going to be used to insert the plug into the hole once we have it all cleaned up. And this is some rubber cement that we're going to be using as well, just to make sure that the plug adheres well to the rubber surface. Okay, so for our first step, we're going to remove our screwdriver. We know our hole's there. We're going to take this tool here that's got the rough edges on here to clean out this surface. So, going to get in here, get a good grip. So all I'm doing now is just going in here real good. Going in here, giving it a few twists, get the surface nice and clean. So we're going to take some rubber cement and just add it to our surface right here. So some rubber cement and just add it to the surface. Next thing, we're going to take one of our plugs you want to take it and you want to put it in here until it's about halfway, like so. Okay, now we've done that, we're going to take some of our rubber cement and we're going to coat this with it. There we go. Coat it on there real good. And now for the next step, we're going to go straight into this hole. Now we're pushing this straight into this hole. So we got it pushed in. We've gone in till about 2/3 of our plug. It's now hanging out like so. So we got 2/3 of our plug hanging out. And then after that, we're going to just pull up. There we go. So now, we've got our plug in there. Then we're going to come off and trim off the excess. Now, next step, let's trim off some of this excess. We've got some excess plug here. I'm just coming in with some scissors and trimming it off. There we go. So it's flush. There we go. So we've come in with our razor blade, and now we've got this plug so that it's flush to the tire. Give you a close up of what it looks like. All right, so we've got our plug installed. Now let's put a little air in it and do our soap test again to make sure there are no leaks. So we've got air in our tire. Let's get our soap and spray it down. That looks good. No bubbling. So now let's go ahead and fill this tire up to 35 psi. Got my inflator here for my tire, and I also have a little air gauge, and this air gauge is going to help us dial in the right psi. All right, let's get started. They have tools now that are a pistol grip tool where you can pull the trigger and let air in your tire, and then when you let go of the trigger, you can check the pressure, so you don't have to do the back and forth like I'm doing here. I'll leave some links down in the description if you're interested in looking at that tool. I need to pick one here sooner or later. It'd be really convenient when doing these. We're at 20 psi. Do it again. Showing here we're at 20 psi. So we still got some work to do. Trying to get to 35. Let's check our tire pressure again. Get our little gauge here, pop it on there, and we're right at 35. Now that we have our tire up to the right pressure of 35 psi, let's do our test again. No leaks. That looks good. I think we're calling that a fix. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, hit that subscribe button and click that bell so anytime we drop a new video, you'll be the first to know. Hit that like button and leave me some comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you're interested in any of the products we used in today's video, we'll leave some links down below. Hope you have an awesome day, and thanks for watching.